meteorologist Aurora Fitzgerald. Taking a quick look at our weather headlines, we're going to have rain going into tonight. However, that rain will be gone. Tomorrow we're going to have a beautiful Friday. After that Friday, fall temperatures will return. However, this might sound weird because we are still in October, but we are going to have a wintry mix going into Monday and Tuesday. I'll have your full forecast coming up. WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Tonight, the January 6th committee has met for the final time before the midterms election. We'll tell you everything you need to know about tonight's meeting.
Plus, Inflation Nation, how the rise in prices is affecting everything from groceries to gas.
And what's up Oswego? Our reporter Madeline Cumlings has the latest on what to do to have fun this fall season.
It's Thursday, October 13th. This is WTOP 10 Nightly News.
The January 6th has adjourned until after the midterms. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jocelyn Decker.
And I'm Stephanie Genesi. Casey is getting a jump start on the long weekend.
Tonight's January 6th committee hearing featured new testimony and evidence against former President Donald Trump. The panel is anonymously voting to suppose the former president, saying there is precedent for Trump to appear in front of the committee.
Committee Vice Chair Liz Cheney says that Trump played a key role in the January 6th riot and he must testify under oath about his involvement. New video footage surfaced in today's meeting, showing members of the Congress, including New York Senator Chuck Schumer, calling for the National Guard to be brought in during the attack. Committee Chair Beanie Thompson explains the importance of the former president testifying before the committee.
What we presented today clearly shows the president's culpability in what occurred on January 6th. So if he wants to clear the record, he will have an opportunity to do it.
But if he knows your work is going to end.
This is the last committee hearing before the midterm election on November 8th.
And just a reminder that WTOP 10 will have live coverage of the midterm on election night starting at 9:30 p.m.
In more bad news for the former president, the Service Corps rejected former President Trump's request to intervene in the Mar-a-Lago debate, where documents were seized from his estate in August. Trump has sought to reverse a federal appeal that would allow his team to review the documents and argue they should be off limits to potential criminal cases. The court denied the request quickly with no official opposition.
As COVID cases continue to go down across the country, Pfizer is saying its updated COVID vaccine increases antibodies against the two major Omicron variants, as well as the original strand. 900 people have been tested with the new vaccine and saw improvements after 1 week of receiving their shot. The updated vaccine has only been administered in the U.S. for emergency use.
Governor Kathy Hochul signed a bill ending the practice of charging an additional 22% fees on outstanding student debts. Governor Hochul says that this step will help remove barriers to higher education and help students graduate without excessive debt, hurting those who cannot afford the buildup of it. This law, as Hochul says, is an important step in helping students in New York become financially stable. The Student Association wants you to see its 2023 Ozfest concert lineup. There are a variety of options from different genres, with some of the choices including the Young the Giant, Mickey Gunton, Saucy Suntana, and more. To find out about who could be performing and let SA know who you want to see, check out your emails for the link to the form, because they are due tomorrow, October 14th.
Rice Creek Field Station will be holding a free Halloween event for students, faculty, staff, and the Oswego community called Trick or Trail. The event will take place on October 28th from 4:30 to 7:30. They will have a trick-or-treating trail, pumpkin painting, fall treats, and a costume contest. Then on October 21st, Campus Recreation will be hosting its annual Great Pumpkin 5K starting at 3:30. The entry fee is $5.
Good news for Taco Bell fans. They are bringing back nacho fries to the menu starting October 13th. But that's not all.
Taco Bell has teamed up with the hot sauce brand Turf. This spicy collaboration will be available for the next 2 weeks while supplies last. Taco Bell has also added a Turf tracking on its app so you can easily spice up your order.
It was so nice earlier this week, but the wind has seemed to pick up.
Aurora, is the windy weather here to stay?
So the windy weather will not stay. The wind stayed only because it was raining. So 10 p.m. it will be rain, 3 a.m. tonight cloudy, and 7 a.m. it's going to be chilly. The temperatures are going to drop but then slowly rise for the weekend, and the weather will get relatively nicer over the weekend. We'll have some few showers, and now I toss it to the desk.
Thanks, Aurora. Coming up, a spotlight on gym programs here on campus.
And Pumpkins, our reporter Madeline Cummings will have more in What's Up in Oswego.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms, it could be too late. But now, there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early, when it's more curable. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
Total, Baldwin faces 32 charges.
Saturday, I went to Woodchuck Saloon.
Too much temperature change.
1310 meteorologist.
2 as well. Visions from Tanner Spink.
Go to 2 and 1.
2 with 6 and 10 on the year.
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you. Your barber. Your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back. Taking a look at tonight's forecast. Again, 10 p.m. we are going to have rain with the degrees of 54. 3 a.m. we're going to have clouds with a degree of 51. And 7 a.m. it's going to be chilly, but the sun will be shining as you go through that door. You're still going to need a jacket though because it'll be 48 degrees. Taking a look at your sleepcast. Taking a look at your sleepcast, you're going to want to keep the heat on a little bit. So 10 to 2 a.m. it's going to be chilly, and then it's going to get colder throughout the night into the morning. So you're going to want a heavy blanket, heat on, and you're probably going to want to have a hot coffee as you go out the door. Speaking of which, you might want to grab, I would say, a large cup of coffee. It's a nice morning. It's going to be 48 degrees, so as you go out that door, you're going to need a jacket because it's going to be chilly even though the sun will be out. Looking to tomorrow, Friday is going to be beautiful. The temperature is going to rise a little bit, so fall temperatures, it's going to be 64 degrees, sunny, maybe some clouds, and then you'll have south wind at 8 to 13 miles per hour. Taking a look at your extended forecast, Friday, high of 61, low of 40, sunny, mostly clear. Saturday, basically the same, a little bit warmer. You might have some late showers going into Sunday. Monday, this is where the wintry mixes start. I know it's October, but we're in Oswego, so hey, it's fun. You're going to have a high of 52, low of 35 for Monday. Going into Tuesday, it's going to get chillier, so there might be a little chance of some flurries and still a wintry mix. Showers are still likely, though, as the temperature may vary.
Oswego, I'm Madeline Cummings, and here's what's happening around the city. SUNY Oswego is offering a variety of structured workout programs throughout the academic year. In addition to the open recreation sports and gym hours, Cooper and Glimmerglass Fitness Centers are hosting group workout classes. The programs include, but are not limited to, abs and arms, cycling, and kickboxing. The free classes are instructor-run and open to all. For more information, go to calendar.oswego.edu. If you're looking to pick out a pumpkin this fall, head over to Ontario Orchards. This season, the orchard is selling pumpkins, apples, and Christmas trees, as well as apple pies, candy apples, and other festive treats in preparation for the holiday season. An event that the city of Oswego has been planning since 2021 is approaching. The Creepy Crawl Haunted Trail will celebrate the Halloween weekend with a haunted river walk. The event will feature Halloween characters, face painting, games, food vendors, and alcoholic beverages. The 3-day walk will be held on October 28th through 30th and is free for people of all ages. It's down to the last hours to register to vote. The nonpartisan student class and organization, Vote Oswego, has been tabling around campus, encouraging voter registration and the request of absentee ballots. I stopped by one of the tables to see what one of the staffers had to say.
I just want to let everyone know, even if you may think that this is not something that you want to get involved in, we are here just to kind of speak with you about the process and just make it known that this is an important thing.
The organization has multiple upcoming events planned, including an absentee ballot party. For more information, you can DM the Vote Oswego page on Instagram. That's all I have for Vote Oswego, but still come on WTOP 10's Nightly News. Prices of everything are still going up. What could hurt students the worst? And what the president has to say about inflation in the U.S.
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Hey everyone, I'm Austin.
And I'm Haley, and we're from Vote Oswego.
October 14th is the deadline to register to vote in this year's midterm election on Tuesday, November 8th.
Go to voteoswego.turbovote.org to register to vote, request your absentee ballot, and get more information about this year's election.
Your vote counts.
That's a good reminder from our friends over at Vote Oswego.
Yes, it's time. The voting this next Thursday is the last time to register to vote.
Yes, voting is a very important thing here at Oswego. We all want to
make sure you get your absentee ballots in before then.
Actually, I haven't gotten mine in. I better go get that in real soon.
I should too. I have not gotten my absentee ballot yet. I will have to go do that before.
Well, this is a good reminder to the both of us to go get our absentee ballots in, because there is some very important things happening. So one of big talking point is this year's election has been very high record of inflation. With that, let's get into your consumer report. The Bureau of Labor Statistics is reporting that overall consumer prices went up 4% this September, more than economics had expected. That's up 8.2% from last year. As these numbers continue to rise, there is a concern that the Federal Reserve will continue with its historic rate hikes. The Fed has already raised interest rates 5 times this year in efforts to cool the economy.
Meanwhile, in the housing market, latest figures are showing that mortgage rates have hit 20-year high. According to the Advantage rate for the 30-year fixed rate mortgage rate is 6.92%, the highest since 2002. The greatest international rate causes investments to make a move impact mortgage rates. However, officials are not. The sales are currently dropping and prices are starting to cool.
Food prices are no exception to the victims of high inflation prices. Prices for food have increased 13% over the last year. Contributing factors to the price hike include extreme weather, disease such as the avian flu, and producers paying more for labor and materials. Unlike luxury items, there is still demand for food. People need to eat. Many shoppers have been making adjustments to their shopping routine, but demand for food is still high.
Meanwhile, in the housing markets, latest figures are showing that mortgage rates have hit a 20-year high. According to the Frederick Mac, the average rate for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage is 6.92%, the highest since 2002. The federal interest rate hikes are causing concern. Investors to make moves impacting the mortgage rates. However, officials are nothing that sales are currently dropping and prices are starting to cool.
And if you're heading home for the break this weekend, gas prices may be higher than your last trip. Gas prices have been on the rise since OPEC, the announcement to slash oil production last week. Now, the International Energy Agency is warning that the move could tip the global economy into a recession. Even though there is a weakened demand for gas, supply cuts are expected to keep prices high. Today, President Biden addressed the issue of high inflation. At the infrastructure event in California, the president said Democrats are working to bring costs down.
Also, in his speech, the president said that if Republicans take control of Congress in November, they would work to repeal his Inflation Reduction Act, making inflation even worse.
Republican wins, inflation is going to get worse. It's that simple. Instead of Infrastructure Week being a punchline under my predecessor, Infrastructure Decade is a headline on my watch for the next 10 years.
We had some technical difficulties earlier in the show, but Cameron Brown is here to give us an update on his fire safety story.
Since then, he was able to sit down with a local fire chief and get some answers about the situation. Cameron, what can you tell us?
Thank 72 false alarms in 52 days, and nobody has been held accountable for this serious situation. Students have noticed alarms seem to go off on the west side more than other parts on campus. One of the more concerning matters about the alarms is that students have become desensitized to the alarms due to their frequency. Some have taken it upon themselves to stay indoors during fire alarms that happen in the early hours of the morning. Oswego's East Side Fire Department Chief Randy Griffin drew comparisons between this and the Bowling Hall incident, which killed 3 students and injured 62. Common ignition sources include smoking, cooking, aerosol sprays, and hair product particles. The campus is encouraging students to think of their fellow students and that fire safety is an issue that everyone should be mindful of. Reporting for WTOP 10, I'm Cameron Brown. Jocelyn, Stephanie.
Back here on campus, I am super excited because hockey season is about to start.
Zach Malamud is here with everything you need to know in Laker sports and beyond. Zach, how are you?
I'm doing great. Coming up, we take a look at the Lakers hockey this weekend. And when will the New York Yankees play next? Stay tuned to find out on WTOP 10 News.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter, male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers, we have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Here at WTOP, we pride ourselves on delivering you all the news you need to know from the day's events.
Whether it's happened on Capitol Hill or right here in Oswego,
we make sure you know all about it. We keep you up to date on all your favorite
Oswego and professional sports.
And our Storm Team 10 meteorologists will make sure that you know exactly what weather you're up against when you start your day.
Every Monday through Thursday night, make sure to tune in to Channel 10.2 because at WTOP, we don't just tell you the news.
We are
the news.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Zach Malamud with your Thursday night sports report. The Oswego State women's soccer team tied against Buffalo State in a scoreless game on Wednesday afternoon. Bengals goalkeeper Isabella Vene was the story in this one with a season-high 16 saves to earn her first shutout of the season. The Lakers moved to 7-4-3 overall and 2-2-2 in conference. The Lakers will take on Oneonta at home this Saturday with kickoff set for 3:30 p.m. at Laker Turf Stadium. Staying in Oswego sports, I hope you are ready for some hockey, Oswego. The Deb will be rocking this Saturday as a men's and women's hockey doubleheader will start the season for both teams. The men's team will kick things off at 3 o'clock p.m. with an exhibition matchup against Stevenson University. The women's team follows that up with an exhibition matchup of their own against the London Junior Devilettes. This will be the first time in 3 years that the teams start their season the same day on their home ice. Moving over to Major League Baseball, Game 2 of the American League Division Series between the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians has been postponed tonight due to inclement weather in the New York area. The game has been rescheduled to Friday afternoon at 1:05 p.m. at Yankee Stadium. New York will have Nestor Cortez on the mound while Cleveland is going with ace Shane Bieber. New York is up 1-0 in the series after a 4-1 win on Tuesday evening. Moving to the National Hockey League, 2 New York teams open their season tonight with games on their home ice. The Buffalo Sabres will take on the Ottawa Senators at KeyBank Center at 7 o'clock this evening. The New York Islanders will start their season on Long Island with a matchup against the Florida Panthers at 7:30 at UBS Arena. Both teams will be looking for better seasons after missing the playoffs 1 year ago. Now let's head over to the West Coast as Game 2 of the NLDS yesterday between the Dodgers and the Padres. Top first, 2 outs. Manny Machado plants one into left field, and what a start for San Diego. 1-0 Padres, not a good start for Kershaw. Now bottom first, 2 outs. Freddie Freeman responds immediately, takes it over the wall in center just like that, tied at 1, and Darvish lets one up to the Dodgers. Now we move into the bottom of the second, 2-2 count, nobody out. Max Muncy takes a Darvish slider way back into right center field, and the Dodgers lead 2-1. As now we move top third, Manny Machado, he wants some more RBIs, and he lines one down the third base line. Kim comes in to score from second, and the Padres have knotted things at 2. Now we jump to the top of the 6th. Game tied at 3. Jurickson Profar knocks a base hit into right field. Past the second baseman Lux, Cronenworth comes in to score, and San Diego takes a 4-3 lead. Over to the top of the 8th now. Treinen on the mound, 1 out. Jake Cronenworth launches way back 416 feet into right field, and the Padres take control 4-3. Finally, bottom 9, Dodgers with 1 on and a chance to tie. Will Smith belts one, but right at Juan Soto in right, finishes 5-3 Padres, Game 3 in San Diego on Friday. Stay tuned after the break for this week's Pet of the Week.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Finally tonight, we want to introduce you to this week's Pet of the Week, brought to you by the Oswego Humane Society. Everyone meet Forky. Forky is a fun-loving, spirited little kitten. She is currently under 6 pounds and is expected to stay that small.
If you adopt Forky, make sure to keep all human food out of reach because she will try to steal it off your fork.
Those interested in adopting Forky can apply through the Oswego Humane Society application. The link is below.
So what can we expect from hockey this weekend here in Oswego?
So 2 great games this weekend, the men's and the women's. It should be a big crowd at the Deb. It's a Saturday. Come out to see those Lakers.
And will we have good weather for this weekend?
Yes, this weekend we're actually going to have great weather. However, Sunday night going into Saturday night going into Sunday, there's going to be some showers, and Monday and Tuesday, I can't believe it. It's October, but hey, when you're living in Oswego, we're going to get some snow already.
That's our report for you tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for Off the Clock. From all of us here at the WTOP 10, thank you for watching and have a great night. Oh.